Hi students, today we will study social responsibilities of business. We all know that people engage in business to earn profit. However, profit making is not the sole function of business. It performs a number of social functions as it is a part of society. It takes care of those who are instrumental in securing its existence and survival, like the owners, investors, employees, consumer and government in particular, and the society and community in general. So every business must contribute in some way or the other for their benefit. For example, every business must ensure a satisfactory rate of return to investors, provide good salary, security and proper working condition to its employees, make available quality products at reasonable price to its consumers, maintain the environment properly. So the basic responsibility of a business is also known as a social responsibility. Social responsibility in the sense of when a person is starting up his business, it becomes his responsibility to make sure that the instrumental in securing its existence and survival, the owners of that particular business, the investors or the employees, consumer and the government, and particularly society and community in general. So everything comes under the social responsibility. And business, whatever business you're trying to start, you have to make sure that that business is giving good profits, good products to the consumer, good jobs, good salary for your workers. Everything should be at a very good norms so that the people in the society are not suffering because of your business. However, while doing so, two things need to be noted to view it as social responsibility of business. First, any such activity is not charity. It means that if any business donates some amount of money to any hospital or temple or school and college, etc., it is not to be considered as discharge of social responsibility, because charity does not imply fulfilling responsibilities. Secondly, any such activity should not be such that it is good for somebody and bad for others. Suppose a businessman makes a lot of money by smuggling or by cheating customers and then runs a hospital to treat poor patient at low prices. His actions cannot be socially justified. Social responsibility implies that a businessman should not do anything harmful to the society in course of his business activities. So what this paragraph explains is, being a part of society, his social responsibility should be there. If he's earning good amount of money out of his profit, he has to invest that particular thing in any sort of things like building hospitals, building temples, building schools and colleges, and taking care of the backward people who are not able to earn their survivings, give them good jobs and all those things. And second thing is, if he is doing such activities, he should not cheat anybody, or the money what he has earned should not be in a illegal way, where he should not be involved in any smuggling or by cheating customers. Then if he is trying to run a hospital to treat poor patients at lower price, and that particular act of his cannot be justified because that money what he has earned, that is not legal way, that is not a social responsibility, because he's damaging one side and he's trying to rectify other side, which means that he is not being justifically showing the society, or he is not being socially responsible to this, towards the society, because harming someone and giving a simple part of amount for some charity or to build a hospital or something, that is not gonna prove his act to be a good act. So whatever business you're doing, you have to make sure you're earning from your hard earned money by earning that money as a social responsibility in a very good way, with a legal way. Thus, the concept of concept of social responsibility discourages businessmen from adopting unfair means like black marketing, hoarding, adulteration, tax evasion, and cheating customers, etc. To earn profit. Instead of this, it encourages them to earn profit through judicious management of business by providing better working and living condition to its employees, providing better products and sales, after sales service, etc. to its customer, and simultaneously to control pollution and conserve natural resources. So the concept of social responsibility is to discourage the businessmen from adopting unfair means like illegal ways of black marketing, hoarding, adulteration, tax evasion. Tax evasion in the sense some people will not pay the tax, so he's escaping from the government and he's cheating the customers. All these things he will do and he's earning profit. No, that is not good. That is not his social responsibility. In fact, his social responsibility should be when he start up his business to earn profit, he has to make sure that he is giving better working and living condition to its employees, providing them better products, after sales service, etc., and to the customers. And simultaneously he has to also take care of the pollution, because when you're producing some product in the factory, there'll be lots of air pollution, noise pollution, so many things keeps happening. So he has to make sure that is limited, the pollution to the environment is limited, and he has to conserve natural resources. So he has to see that whatever resources he is using, he has to use in a better way, so that he is not harming our atmosphere or he is not harming the environment. So the next point here is responsibility towards different interest groups, obligations of business. After getting some idea about the concept and importance of social responsibility of business, let us look into the various responsibilities that a business has towards different groups with whom it interacts. The business generally interacts with owners, investors, employees, suppliers, customers, competitors, government and society. They are called as interest groups because by each of every activity of business, the interest of this group is affected directly or indirectly. So now we are going to see what are the responsibilities towards different interest groups, obligations of business, what kind of things we are gonna face. So basic thing is a business generally interacts with the owner, with the investor who is going to put the money, a person who owner is who is going to run the business, employees who is working for that particular company, suppliers, the products which is being raw material or whatever things they are buying, that one, customers, those who are getting the product readily, competitors. So there will be certain people of the same product in the market who are called as competitors of that business. Government, because we have to pay taxes for transportation, business, land, this, that, and also many taxes will be what we have to pay to the government. Plus we have to follow certain rules and regulations in cost controlling, what kind of cost for the what product, and all those things will be there which government is going to decide and we have to follow it. And society, as I told you in the earlier topic, society, because this also plays a very important role in our lives. So they are called as interest groups because by which each and every activity of business and interest of these groups is affected directly or indirectly. So whatever happens, these particular groups are affected, benefited, or any changes have been made, it is for this group people. So let us see what are the responsibilities. First thing is responsibility towards owner and investors. Listen to it carefully. These are just topics which you have to listen and learn. The primary responsibility of business towards its owner are to run the business efficiently, proper utilization of capital and other resources, growth and appreciation of capital, regular and fair return on capital invested, ensuring safety of their investment, regular payment of interest, and timely repayment of principal amount. Responsibility towards creditors. Creditors is one who is going to invest money to make payment timely, to ensure safety of credit allowed by them, and to follow norms of business as followed by others. Responsibility towards employees. The responsibility of business towards its employees include timely and regular payment of wages and salaries, proper working conditions and welfare amenities, opportunities for better career prospects, job security as well as social security like facilities of provident fund, group insurance, pension, retirement benefits, etc. Better living conditions like housing, transport, canteen, crèches, etc. and timely training and development. Next thing comes for the responsibility towards supplier. The responsibility of business towards the supplier are giving regular order for purchase of goods, dealing on fair terms and conditions, availing reasonable credit period and timely payment of dues. Responsibility towards customers. The responsibilities of business towards its customers, product and services must be able to take care of the needs of the customer. Product and service must be qualitative. There must be regularity in supply of goods and services. Price of goods and services should be reasonable and affordable. All the advantages and disadvantages of the product as well as procedure to use the products must be informed to the customers. There must be proper after sale service. Grievances of the consumers, if any, must be settled quickly, and unfair means like undervaluing the product, adulteration, etc. must be avoided. Responsibility towards competitors. The responsibilities of business towards its competitors are not to offer exceptionally high sales commission to distributors, agents, etc. Offer to customers heavy discount and or free product is every sale, and defame competitors through false or ambiguous advertisement. Responsibility towards government. The various responsibility of business towards government are setting up units as per guidance of government, payment of fee, duties and taxes regularly as well as honestly, not to indulge in monopolistic and restrictive trade practice, conforming to pollution control norms set up by the government, and not to indulge in corruption through bribing and other unlawful activities. Responsibility towards society, community. A social consists a society consists of individual groups, organizations, families, etc. They all are the members of the society. They interact with each other and are also dependent on each other in the performance of almost all activities. There exists a relationship among them which may be direct or indirect. Business, being a part of the society, also maintains its relationship with all other members of the society. Thus, it has certain responsibilities towards society which may be as follows: to help the weaker and backward section of the society, to preserve and promote social and cultural value, to generate employment, to protect the environment, to conserve natural resources and wildlife. These are few of the responsibilities. To promote sports and culture, to promote assistance in the field of development, research on education, medical science, technology, etc. So these were the few responsibility towards different interest groups, so that a business, when you are starting a business, which you have to take care of it and keep it in mind what kind of roles you have to play. Now next, let us move towards your next topic, that is environmental pollution and role of business. Environmental pollution and role of business. To preserve the society, it is important to protect the environment, and therefore every business must take measures to protect the environment rather than damaging it. In this section, let us learn more about different types of environmental pollution and role of business. Environmental pollution refers to contamination of environment by various substances that have adverse effect on living and non-living matters. Environmental pollution is of three types: air pollution, water pollution, land pollution. Air pollution. As we know, the air we breathe contains several gases, dust, particles, etc. Our body mechanism helps us in filtering the unwanted ones and retaining those required for our survival. This is also true in case of other natural things like forest, river, etc. Thus, air pollution refers to the presence of any unwanted gases, dust, particles, etc. in the air that can cause damage to people as well as nature. So, we all know in science we have already studied about air pollution. Air pollution is nothing but there are a mixture of lots of gases and several types of dust particles by which the pure air gets polluted. So we have to make sure that due to a business, in this image if you see, it is a factory layout. Here what is happening, when the products have been produced, the factory is leaving lots of gases, and these gases are a mixture of lots of chemicals. So this chemicals is going and mixing in the air, and that is going to the highest level of the air, which is also again getting converted into clouds. Sometimes we see, the few years back when it started raining, there was that particular rain was known as acid rain, where people started getting small spots on their body and all those things. That is nothing but that is air pollution, because we ourselves are making the air dirty or unhealthy for us to breathe. So when we start a business, we also have to make sure that because of our business, we are not polluting the air. So let us read out the causes of air pollution. Let us know how air gets polluted. Some of the common causes of air pollution are emission of fumes from vehicle, emission of smoke, dust and chemical from manufacturing plant, emission of gases and dust arising from atomic plants, emission of smoke from oil refineries, burning of trees and plants in forest, burning of coal, etc. are the causes for air pollution. Impact of air pollution. Let us see what are the impact of air pollution. Presence of gases in air which are not required by human beings, animals and birds creates serious health problems. It can create diseases like asthma, cough and cold, blindness, hearing loss, skin disease, etc. It also causes genetic disorders in the long run, and in extreme cases it can also be fatal. So these are some of the very major impacts because of the air pollution what a human or the environment or the nature faces. So here we are talking about maximum of human, the impact of air pollution on human, animals, birds, how it is gonna affect our health. Air pollution creates smog in the winter, which is caused by smoke and dust. When they mix with fog, it reduces natural visibility and irritates the eyes and respiratory tract. Ozone layer is a protective layer of the gases around our earth, which protects us from harmful ultraviolet rays that comes from the sun. It gets depleted because of air pollution and thereby causes gene mutation, genetic defects and skin cancer. So by this air pollution, the impact is like you can even get skin cancer. The temperature of the earth increases due to air pollution. This is because whatever heat or earth receives from the sun, it is not radiant, and the atmosphere, due to the excessive presence of gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, etc. Air pollution causes acid rain, which means excessive presence of various poisonous gases like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, etc. in the rainwater. This causes lots of damage to vegetation, trees, and marine life, buildings and monuments, etc. So as I told you earlier, as an example, few years back there was acid rain, by which humans started, as soon as the rainwater fell on them, they started getting spots on their body. It was as good as acid is falling on their thing, and their parts were burnt. So here the same thing has been mentioned. Because of this particular excessive presence of various poisonous gases, which is a cause of acid rain, and which is damaging many things. You have vegetation is your fields, trees, marine life, in the sense like fish, the seafood, like fish, you have prawns, this, that, and all those things. Everything got affected by this rain. Environment is also polluted through excessive noise, known as noise pollution. Noise simply means an unwanted sound that causes irritation. It is caused by modern machines and gadgets such as rail engines, loudspeakers, generators, aeroplanes, vehicle, machineries, telephone, televisions, etc. It initially distorts communication process, but prolonged exposure of noise pollution can cause loss of hearing, headache, irritation, high blood pressure, neurological or psychological disorders. So in the pollution, we have got one more pollution, that is noise pollution, by which a person can become a deaf, he might get mental, he might get certain blood pressure issues, headaches. There are lots of things. Why this happens? Because of the machineries, the machines which is being used. Now for example, we have got a limit of hearing. If we hear more than that particular noise, we start getting pain in our ears, we close our ears. Especially you see this noise pollution maximum happens during Diwali, where people are burning crackers, this, that, and all those things. They make so much noise, back to back you are hearing the noises. And Diwali is a festival, it not only affects generates noise pollution, but also air pollution, because the gunpowder what is being used in that, or the chemicals what is being used in that, after giving you a spark in the sky, it also creates poisonous gas which mixes in the air. So this is the best example what we can give you for noise pollution as well as air pollution. And also it can be considered as water pollution also. Because of this, even water also has been damaged, because the gunpowder what they are using in that, if by mistake a person is throwing that in a river or a well, you know, if a person is drinking that particular water of that well or river, he is as good as he is dead over there, no? He will lose on his lungs. So that is the reason we always tell, if you are going towards any festival, whatever you are celebrating, doesn't matter which festival, you have to make it more simple, so that because of the celebration or excitement what you are having inside you doesn't irritate others or doesn't give any sort of environmental damage. Air pollution, noise pollution, water pollution, land pollution, all these are environmental damages what you are giving to the beautiful atmosphere. Let us study water pollution. Have you ever seen river Yamuna in Delhi? Are you aware about the Clean Ganga project? These two questions almost immediately remind us about the extent to which the water of our rivers have been polluted. Water pollution refers to contamination of water due to presence of unwanted and harmful substances, thus making water unfit for use. So here few years back, see, this is the condition of river Yamuna and river Ganga. Can you see there are certain dead bodies, there are so much of dust, all sort of garbage is being thrown, like it's so polluted, which even today, you know, the water of Yamuna, let it be Ganga, it is not so pure to drink. These two rivers are very badly affected. Few years back, I had been to Delhi, where I could find this Yamuna. I have seen people throwing everything over there. The animals are there in the river. The people are washing the clothes over there, and they are urinating over there. They are throwing so much garbage, this, that, and all those things. And if you drink that water, you immediately fall sick. This is my personal experience, because I have a very bad experience of this trip. I myself had fallen sick. I had got a very bad infection, especially throat infection, which took almost like 3 years. Oh, sorry, not 3 years. It was 3 years back. It was around 2016 I had been there. So I had for almost 6 months that infection. So we say whatever water we drink, we have to boil it and drink, so that whatever antibodies are there in the water, it dies, and that particular water is purified for you to drink. So whenever you're using any sort of tap water, please make sure you boil the water till it is completely bubbling out, and then drink the water. So since Yamuna I saw in Delhi, so I just shared my personal experience with you. So let's get back to the syllabus. So these were some of the projects many years back. They had taken initiative considering this particular garbage, and people are not cleaning the place, and they are making the water day by day dirty. In fact, Ganga, here you see when the dead body is being burnt, they take that ashes and they go and throw it in Ganga. There is a myth. People say that whosoever ashes have been thrown in Ganga, they will directly go to Swarg, I mean heaven. So this is the myth. So every day there are so many ashes, so many dead bodies thrown into Ganga, which has polluted this particular thing so badly that government and students had taken an initiative, Clean Ganga project. To an extent it was successful, but again it has come back to the same position what it had started in the beginning. So let us see what are the causes of water pollution in our life. Causes of water pollution. The various reasons of water pollution are drainage of human excretion into rivers, canals, etc. Improper sanitization and sewage system. Dumping of waste and effluents by various industrial units into rivers and canals, drainage of toxic substances like chemicals and fertilizers used in cultivation into streams and rivers, dumping of garbage, dead bodies, and almost everything used in rituals into the nearby water sources by households. So as I told you earlier, they throw garbage, dead bodies, and almost everything used in rituals, which is the ashes of the bodies, into the nearby waters. So this causes a lot of pollution in the air. So you need to be very careful and make sure, as the next generation of the country, you have to take care of certain things and take initiatives not to pollute the water or our environment. In general, I'll put it as our environment you should not pollute. You have to make sure you're following a proper norm of keeping it clean. Now, effects of water pollution. So because of water pollution, what is happening? Let us read that. The effects of water pollution are: it can create health hazards among human beings, animals, and birds, resulting into disease like typhoid, jaundice, cholera, gastroenteritis, etc. It can endanger lives of various aquatic species. It can lead to scarcity of drinking water, as the water of rivers and canals as well as underground water gets polluted. So the effects over here is, it is health hazards among everybody. It's very bad for human, animal, birds, everything, because you get fever, this, that, and all those things, many kind of diseases because of the unhealthy water. It can endanger lives of various aquatic species. Aquatic species in the sense like you have fish, you have whales, so many things. So that is in general called aquatic species. And also the major problem here is now we will feel we will find difficulty to get drinking water because of this particular process of human act. It is creating lots of problem to everybody. In the future we might have to, I don't know what measures will be taken to get drinking water if this continues. So let us see what is next for you people. Next is land pollution. Land pollution refers to dumping of useless, unwanted, as well as hazardous substance on the land that degrades the quality of soil we use. Our lands get polluted because of the human carelessness towards the soil. Can you see this picture? In this picture, you see all the garbage is thrown in this particular land. So, if this kind of garbage is thrown which has got chemicals, which has got unhealthy fertilizers in that, chemicals, acid, etc., so this particular land, the soil, the quality of the soil will lose almost its, what do you say, it will lose its fertility to produce any kind of grains further in life. So it will become very useless. That particular land will become useless for any kind of cultivation. We will not be able to cultivate anything over there. So we need to see whatever we are throwing, where we are throwing, why we are throwing, and all those things, and why this all happens, why we are losing on our good quality soil or good quality land for cultivation and agricultural process, because of human carelessness. You see it even today near your houses. There will be one particular corner, everybody will go and throw their house garbage, let that be veg, non-veg, chemicals, I don't know what, all will be thrown over there, and it will be stinking after a few days. Forget few days, after few hours only it starts stinking so badly, which is again creating problem for the fertilized air. We will not get proper oxygen also in that. So we need to be very careful whatever actions we are taking towards any sort of irresponsibility towards the society. Causes of land pollution. So let us see what are the causes. The main cause of land pollution are excessive use of fertilizers, chemicals, and pesticides in cultivation, disposal of solid waste of industries, mines, and quarries, disposal of solid waste from construction of roads, buildings, etc., influence of some plants which are not absorbed by soil, excessive use of plastic bags which are non-biodegradable, dumping of non-composable waste from household, hotels, and hospitals, as well as from industries. This may include combustible items like plastic, cloth, wood, etc., and non-combustible items like metal, glass, ceramic, cement, etc. So these all things are by man, because industries, we have seen, we will have fertilizers, chemicals, pesticides, then we have minings, this, that. Then let's come back to the last thing, plastic. Plastic is one of the product which cannot be burnt, which cannot be kept. You know, if you burn also, plastic doesn't get burnt actually. It will become like a rolling thing and it will convert into a ball. If you have ever tried burning a plastic, I don't know, but please don't do this experiment, because this will create lots of unhealthy air, because it has been made out of such chemicals which are undissolvable. We cannot dissolve plastic under any circumstances, nor air, nor water, nor fire. So don't have this experiment. This is one of the problems what we are facing, because people also, after following certain rules and regulations, the government brought in policies where no plastic should be sold, but too we see plastic is being sold, and the quality of plastic is so low because they use very unhealthy chemicals also. The chemicals also are not good, which is being used in manufacturing of plastic. So these are the causes why our land is getting polluted. Now let us see effects of land pollution. So what is the adverse effects because of this particular causes? What are we facing further? Land pollution has the following harmful effects: reduces the area of cultivable land. So it is reducing the land day by day for agricultural use. Causes health hazards as it is containment the source of food, and land is one place where we are using it to grow our grains, grow our food. Causes damage to the landscape. If you have heard, few years back Munnar had a landscape. Recently, 2 or 3 days back, there was a landscape in Himachal. Highway 707 was completely washed out because of a landscape. Landscape is nothing but where the entire area or a mountain from top to bottom, it's just start skidding. If you want, you can just put it in Google or YouTube and see landscape videos. They'll have a thing, you can see that how it happens. Leads to water and air pollution. So these are the 4 things we have to keep it in mind. When we are opening a business, we are not supposed to affect all these things, and our business, whatever we are starting up, has to be environmental friendly and not affect our environment. So the next topic is role of business in environmental pollution. So as I told you, whatever business we are opening, we have to make sure it is environment friendly, and we should not damage our environment. So I think this is your last topic for the day, for this chapter. After this topic, your chapter is completed. So come on, let us study what is it. Role of business in environmental pollution. From the above discussion on environmental pollution, one thing can clearly be seen that mainly contributes to all types of pollution: air, noise, water and land. Business causes pollution in the following ways: emission of gas and smoke from manufacturing plants, use of machines, vehicles, etc., contributing to noise pollution. Deforestation due to acquisition of forest lands for setting up plants. Setting up plants. Growth of urbanization and industrialization. Disposal of waste and effluents into river and canals. Disposal of solid waste in the open space. Mining and quarrying activities. Increasing use of transport. Business can help in 3 ways to control environmental pollution: preventive, curative and awareness. So let us see what a business can help a person and the society. First thing is preventive role. It means business should take all steps so that no further damage is done by the environment. For its business must follow the regulation led by the government to control pollution. Business should come forward to play a major role in preventing further damage done to the environment by human beings. So as I told you, when we open a business, we have to make sure that we keep our environmental condition safe. We have to, if you are cutting down one tree, you have to make sure you are planting 10 trees. 1:10 ratio we have to have. Then we should see, because of our company or our factory or our business, there is no further damage to the environment. There is no air pollution, there is no water pollution, there is no land pollution, there is no noise pollution. We have to make sure all these things are kept in control. and we have to follow all the government rules and regulations. Second thing is curative role. It means business should rectify whatever damages has been done to the environment. In addition, it is not possible to prevent pollution, then simultaneously curative measures can be taken. For example, planting of trees. A forestation program can substantially reduce air pollution near the industrial area. So we have to see that whatever damages is being done, we have to rectify. So whatever air pollution, for example, if because of our factory is letting lots of bad gases outside the factory, so we have to make sure that we rectify that immediately. Like for example, planting trees, afforestation program can substantially reduce the air pollution near the industrial area. So as I told you, if because of us we are cutting one tree, we have to plant 10 trees. So we have to make sure the factory where it is there, because of our factory bad gases, the air should not get unhealthy for the people over there. So we have to plant more and more trees so that they get proper and good oxygen to the people in that area. Next is awareness role. It means making people, both the employees as well as the general public, aware about the causes and consequences of environmental pollution, so that they voluntarily try to protect rather than damage the environment. For example, business can undertake public awareness programs. Nowadays, we find that some business houses have taken the responsibility to develop and maintain parks and gardens in cities and towns, which shows that they care for the environment. So what they are telling here is, in the third point, we have to create awareness program. We have to tell the public and the employees, like what are the causes, what are the consequences of environmental pollution. So voluntarily what they have done is, because of their particular company, if there is any damage to the environment, so they have taken an initiative to build or develop or maintain the parks, gardens in the cities and towns, so that it is a proof that they are caring for the environment and they are taking care of the society also. Because of their business, the air should not get polluted, or the city should not be in a bad state, and people should not fall sick. So voluntarily they have taken this responsibility to protect the environment and not to damage. So this is end of your chapter. So next thing what I'll do is, I'll be WhatsApping you the question and answers of this chapter. Please write it as your homework and send it to me. Okay. So go through all the videos. If you have any doubts, please contact me. With your doubts, I will clarify it. Thank you. Take care.